comrade subscribers. Hope you're all well. Let's finish this off. As Troy, the creator of the Pico 9918 pointed out, for some reason, I did it correctly on the Pewter Mark II, but this is the audio input, as you can tell by the wiggly line. So for some reason I thought it was the power input. Anyway, so the plan is, as I said in the previous part, is I'm going to mount it, I think, right there. So we've got a ground rail there and ground rail there on the underside. So that's all not a problem. I can drill through that. And then as you can see here, so drill either side of this. So I might need to kind of just nick in there a little bit. So that should be good for mounting there. And then the back panel part, so it's probably going to be about here. Zoom out a bit. So I'm not actually, I might take, this is the printer Centronics, I'm going to take those off actually. I don't need those, it's just going to get in the way. Store them safely. That's a bit better. So I'm not too worried about this at the moment, but yeah, it's just a matter of drilling a hole here. So it should look pretty good. Now for the audio, that's going to be a little bit more difficult because the AV output's on a separate board. So we've got the PSG here, the programmable sound generator, and that, I don't think there's any amplifier up here. I think it's all on the, I'll just get the keyboard out of the way. It goes from up here by this thin film connector to the output board there, the AV output board. Now, so, oh, okay, how do I get to that? Well, actually, on the underside, there is a, this one I've already taken it out. So that bit of metal was in there, so you just need to unscrew that, and then you get access to the AV components. Now, normally I would remove the RF modulator, I was going to say tank, what's the word, box? No, whatever, because, you know, I don't need it, it's a waste of time. But I'm not really worried about that at the moment. I mostly want to get to where the audio output is. So there's the RCA there. So that corresponds to this one here. It goes via this resistor. So it must come from the motherboard here, and then routes out to there. So I think I might just tap into here because this is the final output bit. Now my that won't be long enough, I don't think, so I'm just going to have to make it a bit longer to actually route it. What I think I might do is there is a big, well, relatively speaking, a clear section right here. So it's clear on the top there and it's clear on the bottom. So I can drill a hole through there rather than, oh, I guess I could come up through this hole here. There is a kind of a drill hole, maybe, but I'm gonna have to, sorry, I'm just gonna zoom out. I'm gonna have to go from here, which is effectively here. I'm gonna have to go here, all the way over to here, then up and out. Whereas if I drill a hole there, it's not as far. I don't think there's anywhere closer, is there? Well, that is ground. I could drill through here. I could drill a hole through there. And then it comes up and over. But I think I might just go there. So drill a hole there. Now I want the hole to be big enough that this will fit through. So if I do have to take the motherboard out, I can just slip that through whilst it's still connected. Make all sense? I think that all makes sense. So what I want to do, I think right there. So I need to make sure it's level. drill my holes, mount it. Let's give that a go. And there we go. Holes are drilled. Mount it like that with some M3 screws. Get some small ones. Actually, before I do that, I should drill the hole through there. So, I need something bigger than this. What's this? This is 3.5 mil. Nope. Bigger than that. 4.5 mil. Will 4.5 mil fit through? Nope. Bigger than that. Well, I'll drill the hole smaller first. 5.5 mil. Oof, looks like 6 mil probably. 6 mil should probably just, so 6.5 will be the one. And I should be able to do it right there without damaging anything. I think that's probably going to be the closest bit. Okay, I'll get that done. There we go. And there. So I'll be able to run that up through the bottom here, and then if I do need to take the motherboard out, I can just disconnect it from the HDMI card and very gently pass it back through. Okay, let's get all this done. I don't know if I'll drill the hole. Yeah, maybe I will. Drill the hole in the back panel. Let's get it mounted first. Okay, so I'm just checking the fit, and you can see it just misses, I think. Just misses. So I probably could have set them back probably a little bit further and I would have been okay. So I'm just going to drill that out a little bit, because the problem is that the screw head is going to be sitting on top of this. So I just need to nip those out. I could probably just drill it a little bit and then file it. But ideally, it would have been probably better if I'd set this back a little bit further. Anyway, it's good. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. It'll be good. It'll be okay. All right, I've done some filing. And I think I'm doing this one-handed, obviously, but it kind of does fit. It does fit now. Try and do this one-handed. Yeah, you get the idea. It does work. I'll sort it out. I'll sort it out. All right, now I just need to run the wire for the audio, and then we're almost done. So this is what I've ended up doing for the audio. Just a DuPont style connector. So I'll pass that through the hole, and almost done. So there we go. That's pretty much it installed with the audio cable passed through. I think that's looks okay. Just got to figure out where the hole is on the back panel. Right. So when I plug this in, I'm going to have the hole big enough to account for the plastic surround as well. So, although I might, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get a good enough. It might just be easier just to make it big enough. Drill, say 4 holes and then file it out. So I just need to do some scratches, I guess, and then I'll be able to do the back panel. So there we go. That's what it looks like. So Pico 9918, and then we've got the audio coming up from the audio board underneath, and then it's not the best hole in the world. Apologies, I'm not very good at this sort of stuff, but it's good enough for me. So it seems to be okay plugging it in. There, should do the job. I'm pretty happy. I'll have to call it a night there, I think. It's a bit hit and miss, unfortunately, with some of the other stuff I'm loading. Some of it's not loading, some of it's taking too long. So yeah, ideally using WAV files is not the best way to do it. It's simplest for me, you don't need any other hardware. But yeah, so it's something I need to look at. So anyway, Pico 9918 is working very nicely with the HDMI output and the audio. What's next? Probably the electrolytics. There's a couple of tantalums there I should probably replace. And I'll look at replacing the 100 volt AC power supply with, say, a 12 volt DC universal, so I can run it a bit easier here in Australia. Okay, hopefully that was of some use. Bye for now.